G'day guys, so I thought I'd work on making the world a bit more dynamic today. As it stands, I've got all these trees that are spawned randomly when I start, and they can of course be harvested for wood, but once they're harvested, they're done. There's nothing more after that. What I want to do today is make them actually have a life cycle, so they start off as saplings, grow a bit bigger, a bit bigger, a bit bigger. I may even make this turn into an apple tree, which can be harvested for fruit as well as for wood, and I might add another kind of tree as well. And I'll probably have them drop saplings as well so that the forest can actually grow. But let's have a look where we start. So I've got my plant class, so at the moment just sort of keeps the harvesting stuff, like how much are they harvested, what do you drop when you harvest them. So I thought what I'd do, we're going to first track how much they've grown, so we'll just have growth, which will just start, or let's just start it as a 1. So a baby tree when it's first put down will be 1. And I guess that's going to be a float. And we're going to need to store not just the one tile map, which the tile map for this guy is actually stored as parent class item. You can see we've got the tile map position is right there. We're going to have to override that with a whole bunch of them. And what I've actually done, I've quickly we're using these ones here at the moment, these sprites. We're going to have, so for this tree, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sort of growth levels. Then this column will be the fruiting stage. And then when they're dead, I've got a little dead tree model for them there as well. So the berry bush has only got 2 growth stage, but I've got 2 different kind of trees. This kind of tree doesn't have a fruiting stage, just a pine tree, so it can only be done for wood. But yeah, so that's the plan. Let me just go and make sure we've loaded these tile sets up properly. So my object tile set, yep, got to make sure, whoops. Bring in these new tiles. Okay, now back to our plant. So I think what we'll do, so this will have to be changeable for different plants. So export var growth tile map. Pause, and that'll just be a list. I'm also going to have growth interval. So if there's 4 different growths, like, you know, when it's 1 year old, it will be this one. When it's 2 years, maybe 4 years, 10 years. Probably not that long, but just the phases for those, the intervals. Now, I'm not sure whether I should have the fruiting as just another stage or else have it separate, because it's going to be flipping back between the both. And I'm not sure I'm always going to have the same amount of growth phases. So I might just, it seems a bit ugly, but let's just have it separate. The has fruit tile map. Pause, and that'll just be vector 2i. And let's do the same thing for when he's dead. Yeah, it feels like they should all be in one array, but since these ones are sort of selected under different circumstances to just the growth phases, I'll keep them separate. I think that's what I'll do. All right, so now let's set up my tree. So make sure that's saved. Go find my basic tree object. Oops, I've done this one around the wrong way. Oh dear. All right, so for my growth tile maps, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. And here we go. So for the growth tile map, let's put in a vector 2i. Let's have 4 of those. Okay, and so the column, the Y for these guys is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 5, 5, 5. And for X it's 0, 1, 2, 3. The has fruit is 5 and 4, and 5 and 5 is my dead dude one. All right, so right now, when we spawn it, we just grab the tile map directly. We're going to have to actually have a method to call it now. So let's go func get tile map pos, and that's going to be a vector 2i. And for now, just to test it, let's return growth tile map pos. Nope. growth, tile map, pos, number 0. So we'll just get the little baby one. And then we'll have to take this and put this method in every other level of item as well. So this guy will just return the tile map position. And let's add it to my construction guys as well. We won't be playing with those today, but if I don't do it now, I will forget. And then we're just going to jump into our terrain manager. And basically everywhere where we're going tile map position, we're going to add this guy instead. Get tile map pos. So put it here, here. And that's it. All right, so now all my trees should be baby trees. Let's give it a go. Base nil. Oh, I know what it is. I've got the berry bush. He's being spawned in and he doesn't have any of this stuff yet. So let's put them in. So the berry bush only had 2 levels. And they were the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 7, 0 and 1. For the fruit one, it was 7 and 4. And the day one is 7 and 5. Let me just confirm that. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yep. All right. So he's all selected now. My berries should show baby berry trees. And yeah, all little cute babies. And my wood is still spawning correctly. Beautiful. Now we've got to let them grow. All right, so we've got growth. So I'm not going to do it in process because I don't want it updating like, 60 times a second. What I'll do is from terrain, I'll call it once every maybe 1 second or 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Or maybe we'll go through like portions of the whole forest bits at a time. So it's not all done in one frame. But let's have a little update, and we'll pass through a delta as well, so that no matter how often it is updated, the trees only grow the same speed. And I think I will just add one more thing, just a current growth level, which will be an int, and let's start it at 0. And even though you could probably, I think there might be some math to work out which part of this I'm in from this, I'm just going to have this for now. I might take it out later. So we'll just go growth plus equals delta. And we'll probably have some multipliers on that later. And okay, so let's go and put in the growth intervals. So growth intervals, the array will be sort of 1 less because you're going to go from this one to this one. But then that's it. So there's only 1 basically for the fruit tree. So let's make it an int, and I'm going to write it here in seconds, and then I think I'll multiply it by 1,000 in the actual code so this can work in milliseconds. But I can sort of write stuff here in seconds, which is much easier to think around. So right now I'm just going to make it 10 seconds. I might even make it minutes later, but let's make it 10, and let's go to the tree. So this guy needs to have an array size of 3. And yeah, for now, I just think I'll make it more 10, 20, 30. So he'll be here from 0 to 10 seconds, from 10 to 20. Wait. Yeah, after 10 seconds, he'll go here. After 20 seconds, he'll go here. After 30 seconds, he'll go to here. Yeah, that works. All right. So let's go. So if the growth is greater than growth intervals current growth interval, so basically if he's past the current one, And like I said, that'll be multiplied by 1,000 because we're going to, actually we're not doing milliseconds, are we? So even though we're not actually, yeah, growth is sort of going to be milliseconds of growth. That'll be the delta coming through. So milliseconds of growth. But of course, it's going to be a factor. So he may not get 1 full second of growth or 1,000 milliseconds of growth every second. But yeah, I basically want to be able to think about this and program it in. So, all right, if this is going to take 10 minutes to grow this level, 20 minutes to grow this level, just because just having sort of, then the numbers are associated with something real. All right, so then we'll go current growth level plus equals 1. And we'll need to make sure the terrain knows to now update. So let's go terrain.update item tile, which is a method that doesn't exist yet, and we're going to update himself. And let's make sure that when we get the tile position, it's actually going to go not just the 0th one, but the current growth interval. What's your problem? Current growth interval doesn't exist. Growth level. All right, and update item tile. I think here's a good place. And yeah, it's just going to be set cell. The layer is going to be the item layer. That was a terrain layer, I think. Yeah, terrain layer dot items. In the item, the position is like the world position, so we need to go world to terrain position to put it in the grid level position. So item dot position. The tile map index is going to be item dot. Still the same index that tells it what actual sprite sheet to look from, and yeah, just get the position again. That should work, but we're not actually updating anything yet. So let's add growth, and I'm just going to go. I'm going to get rid of all these wooden shit for now. All right. So what we'll do is if. So let's put in a little variable. So var last plant update. So if time dot get ticks in milliseconds minus last plant update, and let's update every second for now. Let's say is greater than 1,000. What we'll do is go for item in items. If item is plant, then we go item dot update and pass through the delta, which is going to be the current time minus the last update we did. And that should be roughly 1,000. And I can see berry bush isn't saved. All right, let's give that a go and see what happens. A little small. After 10 seconds, they should ping to a bigger size. And it's not happening. Let's find out what's going on. So let's just go and print growth. And also this number here. And we'll see if we've gone over it yet. And let's, I'm going to have so many trees right now. So let's actually stop spawning in all the trees. Let's have one tree for testing. So we'll just go place item by name, tree. And then all my other trees are spawned in here in the rando thing. So let's just go pass. Oops. All right. So now the only tree will be that one I just spawned in. And yeah, we're not updating. Oh, I know what it is. So I'm listing through the items. I'm looping through the items, but my item list is actually a dictionary. and it starts with a position, which is what I'm testing. So none of the positions are actually an item. So what we need to do, if item, let's see, items, we're looking in the dictionary on that position. All right, let's give that a go. Ooh, I think that just grew super fast. So invalid index. So what happens is I've gone past the growth level, which, yeah, let's make sure that can't happen. All right, so let's only do the growth if current growth level is less than, what was it? Let's give that a go. -1. All right, so my growth is going up super fast. But I've not hit the max level. I'm 1 off. So let's multiply this by 0.1 to make it 10 times slower. So current growth level is 3, but I've got 4. No, 0, 1, 2, 3. So why is it level 3 but not showing the last level? Let's go back to my tree. 0, 1, 2, 3. So level 3 should be this one, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, which is this one, but we're getting this one. Let me base this off not the growth intervals, but my tile map positions. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's this line that's going wrong. Because because I'm checking the current growth interval, which doesn't exist once I get to the highest level. Bother. 1, 2, 3. All right, and we are highest level, and he's just sitting there. All right, way faster than I expected though. So I expected the ticks to come through as 1,000. So my growth interval is 10,000. So it should take 10 seconds because every second we update. Oh, wait a second. It's because I never went last plant updated equals time.get ticks msec. So we're actually every tick we're adding another 1,000. Well, yeah, we're adding another 1,000 and then more and more and more. All right, yep. All right, so let's fix that. Go back to plan. I can get rid of this multiplied by 0.1 because that's meaningless. And yes, now this should add 1,000 growth every time, more or less. And so it should take 10 seconds to get to the first level. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm bad at counting seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. All right. And let's just wait another 10 seconds to make sure nothing bad happens after that. But I think we've got basic growth. All right. Yeah, that's basic growth. So before we add the whole bunch in, and of course that's way faster than what we'll do in real life, but I need everything sped up right now because testing trees that take an hour to grow would not be any fun. So I think what we'll do is we'll get all the proportions right and then maybe just put a multiplier on here or somewhere. All right, so now let's add fruiting. So this test here tells me that it's fully grown. So let's go func is mature, returns a bool. And we'll just return that. So if it is mature, wait, so if, sorry, this is not as mature. So let's show I didn't break that. Let's just try it quickly again, but let's make it 10 times faster. All right, we're good. So what do I want to do? I want to make, all right, sorry. Else, elif, or just else, is mature or not mature. Let's, so we can only fruit when we're mature. So let's go, let's just record maybe the last harvest time. And then the harvest growth interval. And let's make it, well, it needs to be something we can change. Let's make a default of, let's say, 5 seconds. So we'll go, when it's first finished, we'll go last harvest time equals time dot. Should I use time? Or should I use the growth level and just keep it growing and just keep, yeah, let's keep that as like a constant thing. All right, so if current growth level minus last harvest time is greater than, what did I call it? Harvest growth interval. Then we'll just switch a tag. Harvestable equals false. All right, and we'll add that into our get tile map position. So if harvestable will return has fruit tile map pos, or else we'll use the normal growth one. I think that's good. So now, 5 seconds after it gets fully grown, we should get some apples. There's 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Oh dear. Oh, that's just because I haven't put in the harvest growth interval. And what I'm going to do for now, I'm just going to multiply this by, not by 10. Let's make it 10. So everything should take 1 second now. So my tree, harvest growth interval, yep, like I said, 10. And let's quickly do that for the berry bush. And test him out. 3. Where are my berries? So once again, let's just print these two guys. Current growth level. No, current growth level is the, yeah, current growth level is not what I want. I wanted the growth for this. I bet that'll just work now. Two, 3, or not. All right, well, let's try it. So print growth minus last harvest time. All right, let's see where we're at. So let him grow first, and now okay, so the time since we grew is going to be getting bigger. Oh, so I am harvestable. So first of all, I forgot to multiply this by 1,000. But I should be harvestable right now. So let's just to make sure. But yeah, I'm 99% sure he's harvestable right now. We're just, oh, we didn't do the update, of course. Yeah, he's not just going to update by himself. Yeah, we're harvestable. Yeah, all right. So we just need to also make sure the tile map knows to update us. All right. Beautiful. And it should be pretty simple to harvest it and take it back. Let's just do that now. So when we get to the max harvest progress, what we just do is, let's see, we set the last harvest time to the current growth, and we go harvestable equals false. And then let's go, what was the update self? I'm not going to test this now though. Hey, let's test it. Waters harvest. So so the actual harvestability. So let's make it so this guy harvest item berries. No, let's go to the trees. That's a default here. So harvest item. Let's just use berries instead of making apples because we don't have apples yet. And right now, can harvest is based on the harvest progress. So let's just go harvestable. And let's also make it when we're finished harvesting, let's reset that harvest progress back to 0 for the next time we harvest. So you won't be able to harvest until it's regrown. It was false. So now when it updates the tile map, it should not do this one, but go straight to this one. All right, let's try it. And yeah, I'll put in later as a secondary one that comes out when you chop, which I should have done from the start. So we get the berries is going to go back to normal. Yes. And they come back almost straight away. But yes, like after 1 second now. So now I can actually go harvest again. Yep, that works. All right, and so to make it more realistic, you can see I can just take this back to 1 and it'll take still 10 seconds. It's not very long. Later on, it'll be a matter of minutes, but this is way more testable. All right, so we can harvest bushes now. We can harvest berries. It can reset itself. Okay, so now the plant can grow. There's 2 main more things I want to add to the trees, and that is that they get old and die eventually, and then will despawn. And I also want to make them drop seeds and propagate themselves, which doesn't take too long, but I've already been going a bit too long here and I don't want to make like a 1 hour long video. So let's just, before we run away, let's just see how this looks like if we spawn the trees everywhere. I just want to see them all working in unison. So let's have the trees and the berry bushes spawning randomly again. Let's see what we look like. And yeah, so we've got a nice big forest, and I've got them all starting as babies now, so I would want them starting at random ages. But it is good just having them all at sort of different phases. But at this point, all they'll do is they'll all grow to the maximum age, and then they'll just sort of stay there. So what we want to do is have them eventually, at some point, this guy will die and then just disappear. And every now and then we want to have more new trees coming in. So we don't just, if we chop them all down, we want the forest sort of slowly coming back. And then we'll have like a truly dynamic forest. But yeah, let's do that next time. I think we've got this working for now, and we'll do the next bit in a minute. All right, guys, see you later.